this thing on? Yep, I think this is. So hello everyone, I'm just doing a little quick stream. It's mainly to finish this art finally. Jesus Christ. I have been dealing with school so much that I've been unable to do so many things that I want to. But yeah, this is mainly like a little rant stream with me getting work done as well. Because I have been holding out on this freaking request for longer than I should have. Anyways, so don't mind if I pause randomly. I'm just chatting to a friend at the same time while maintaining a stream. I was gonna just watch, brain dump for a bit, but alright. So, Batman. Anyways, so, holy crap, we already have a person. Maybe, I don't know. So, what do I want to talk about first? Oh yeah, so I prefer addressing things on live streams, but I will make a video about this at least eventually. My opinions on, like, what I'm gonna do with my channel, seeing how there might be a law passed where I live. So, little explanation. There might be a law passed, and it's definitely, like, as far as we are seeing, it's definitely leaning towards the past side. There are two things that could happen that will entirely ruin my social career. See, I am very obviously a teen artist, and while it is hard to post things in general, it's still, like, worth it, and it's a way to start my portfolio or, do stuff I like to do. It's a good way to vent and all that. Now, while this is a lovely little thing that I love so much, there is a law that might be passed, that basically destroys this. So first of all, this one I care about less for my social media and more so what the hell school. There might be a law that'll get passed where it makes it literally illegal for my schools or any Indiana schools really to have phones in the building at all, or they have to be turned into a location that's secure until the end of the day. I have several problems with this, one of them being the fact that my friend, I don't trust my generic phone in a tiny little basket, but I also need music to function, so the latter option isn't better either. But even then, that's not my main issue. My main issue with the law that might be passed in general is banning kids 13 or 16, leaning towards 16 unfortunately, from having a social media account. I have several issues with this, and it's not even if I have a personal issue. I'm going to keep this as non-biased as possible. Yes, while I do believe that, social media can be problematic for kids, it causes depression in some cases, and definitely isn't a good way to gain self-esteem all the time, because there are a lot of haters and there are a lot of predators. It's not totally safe. But this isn't a safety issue, and I can tell because of how the government puts it. The government makes it seem like it's the biggest problem in the world. However, we are clearly dealing with other issues in our society as a whole. And while that is very clear that there are many other issues, the government as an entirety doesn't want to recognize that. That's how they function, is if you rely on their problems and they don't do anything about it. And so instead, they want to, quote-unquote, protect the kids. How they protect the kids is by... Oh, God, let me pause for a moment. How they protect the kids, quote-unquote, is by literally limiting everything in the worst way possible. Picture this. So we have the entirety of how, one second. We have the entirety of how our system works. And I'll give you an example of the mall. See, the mall, just in general, used to be what's considered a hotspot for kids to go and hang out at, especially teens. And while they still can hang out there, it has now become a law for a lot of places where in public spaces, kids have to have a parent with them. And yes, while I believe this is very important, there's also cases where, it doesn't help, because in some cases that ruins their ability to socialize in the sense that their parents with working jobs can't keep them there. And it makes it actually very difficult for anyone to function. Now, if we're talking about, taking away social media now, social media has literally, in the name, social, which this can lead to problems like, oh, there are social predators, there's predators out there, they're trying to harm kids, and this is very true. I don't like them at all, but there's also the fact that it's still a social way for kids to interact. This is very vital for any sort of kid to grow and develop as a person. To socialize is their main outlet. And now we're taking the second option. And this just makes me pause and go, what the hell? Now, if we're not even talking about how kids need to socialize, what about the fact that there are, kids who, like me, may want to start their job, progress earlier? Hi! Tigerpants?
Yes.
I put to check the description for this first stream. I'm just finishing a drawing. The second stream will be where I include you, but in this stream you just haunt my comment section.
Fine. I have to take a shower anyway.
Exactly. Please take a shower.
I'll be back.
I was in the middle of an event. Jesus. Now, so how I see it is kind of annoying, because if you're a person like me who is going into the creative field, maybe. I'll use the creative field as an example since it's important to my life and many other teens. Now, if you're trying to work in the creative field, it's already hard enough. And many people actually suggest making an art portfolio, which is an online way for people to see you and your art and your development and support you, as well as be potential buyers in the future. It's also how, when you're older, you go onto a job application, they see that, and they can judge you based off of that, based off of your post and how well you react to things. It helps quite a lot, actually. But if you're now, let's take the fact that artists who are growing especially need somewhere to put their work and share their work and see if they need to work on progress as well. That is another example. It's very important for someone to have their progress listed somewhere. It's actually very important because it's also helpful. Now we're taking that away. Well, where do we put it? If we're not allowed to have a social platform like, YouTube, okay? YouTube's where I post. It's where I get things done. And now, boom, you've eliminated the entire way they can develop a job soon. Until they're 16 seems a bit rough on the creative artists, especially. And especially with the fact that young artists already have so much struggle dealing with things in general, like haters, AI, the fact that they don't even know fully what they're going to do for money. And even adult artists need somewhere to put their art. And they need a place to get potential buyers. And it helps to start that early. If we're taking that away, how are they going to get a job? See, they don't. That's the whole point. It's eliminating several things. And I don't like this new law that might be passed because it's eliminating the chances of artists or other kids who want to get a job at some point and are starting early, again, like I am, set up a portfolio or somewhere to save their work or somewhere to develop their work. And even if you don't, okay, it's still a way to socialize with people. It's still a way to socialize, to hang out on a platform online. So I don't understand why we're trying to ban that. And with everything going on with like Roblox, for example, there are many like gaming platforms that aren't safe either, but we're doing nothing about that. Like Roblox is just getting worse and worse, and I don't understand why people are still on it. And we just let that get by. And now you're telling me that we're going to get rid of the only way people can socialize otherwise. Because not everyone's into games, not everyone's into the sort of stuff that's going on. Roblox is, again, a great example of this. But what the heck? It just sucks. I don't understand why we're trying to take away a social thing. And another reason, this is probably one of the biggest reasons in my opinion, the fact that we're limiting the fact that kids can go onto a social platform, it annoys me because the internet actually does give us education. Wow, believe it or not, it gives us life lessons. And there are actually many cases where I go on to, say, a YouTube channel about, like, mental health struggles. And they won't let me watch it because YouTube decides, oh, I need to verify my age to watch a video on what are signs of suicide and stuff. What the heck? Love the Drawing Galaxy. Thank you very much. This is currently an art request I'm working on finally after so much time of not doing it because time limits on stuff. Alright, so now that we've talked about my personal opinions on the law that is possibly going to be passed, not anytime soon, but like maybe mid-March, you have, what am I going to do with my channel if they do pass it? Well, I'm probably going to leave it up. I have no idea who's going to watch it, and I won't be able to maintain it, so I doubt anyone's going to actually get on it. But I still do want to keep it up for when I can access it again. As for where I'll actually keep my artwork, well, I have other apps, including an app called Unveil, where I can post my artwork. Is it nearly as efficient as I want it to be for the sake of posting videos or events? No. Heck no, actually. But it actually does help quite a lot to have something that I can work with whenever I need to post my art. And it's a good way to gain an art portfolio too when they, eliminate the entirety of YouTube for 13-year-olds. So, what am I going to do otherwise? Well, that's a big struggle. I don't know what to do. But I'm probably going to be developing on my own about my own job personality things and focusing on school. And that will be another event, but not at the moment. And yeah, my main personal opinions on everything going on with the possible law being passed to limit, anything to do with social media. Yeah, there's my opinion on it. Again, I don't understand how we do things. Alright, so we're going to change to a lighter topic because I feel like everyone's had enough with my venting to start off a live stream. I've only been on for like 14 minutes, so I might as well switch topics. Yes. So, in comments, we have Uber sending corn cob plus briefcase equals popcorn. I approve of this message because we have an inside joke about Steve Cobbs, and I hate him after what he did to Meatpad. So whenever we send that, I just very much so approve that Steve Cobbs is dead. I don't like Steve Cobbs at all. Don't you start singing The Future Is So Yesterday in my comments. Anyways, what should I talk about now? Since I'm almost done with this drawing, I feel like I might need to render it a little bit. I have been working on this for too long already, though. Let me think. I feel like I can render it a bit. But yeah, we're just finishing up this coloring real quick, cleaning it up after I did a whole redo of the line art. And, I'm definitely blending out that gemstone. I almost forgot. Alright, so this, ladies and gentlemen, is the so far. I do need to add one other thing. One sec. We're going to add a slight purplish layer almost. Let me just very lightly let's see, 25%, 30%. All right. So alright, so let me just, there we go. See, what I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, is currently make a little, like, cloakish thing that the character has, and yeah, that makes it easier. I know it's painful in some cases to some people's eyes to have that background, but it helps. Goober I cannot call at the moment. I mean, I'm trying to maintain the stream, but I still can, probably. I don't know. Probably not right now. I also would prefer not to accidentally slip, which is another big thing. I have tried so hard not to dox people, and I already struggle. So, I would like to keep practicing on that. What do I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, fun little thing, because I feel like people want to know this. I plan on getting a microphone. Is it gonna be cheap? Probably. Is it gonna be a podcast microphone? Also, absolutely. But will it help quite a lot, actually? Yes. I'm gonna set this to full for now. See, the reasoning why is because I am going to be making a podcast project anyways, which actually I'm going to be making a lot of projects. That's another thing I'd like to announce, actually. See, my lovely frickin' teacher, like, this is one of my favorite teachers, actually, has decided to give us a project, and we have 4 different topics we can do on it with 4 different ways to do it. Now, one of my things is that I'm going to be partnering with Crystal and Solar Show to make one podcast, and it's technically for her project since it was her idea, so we both get the points still, technically. And then another project where I plan on making another podcast. See, the podcast I plan on making with Crystal and Solar Show, which I'll nickname Crystal for this, is about the Nintendo versus Sega Bit Wars. This one's fun. I like that. It's something I can do lightheartedly, and we plan on doing it like Monty and Puppet Show style, where it's very jokish, but it's also informative in a way. And then I plan on making another one about the Salem witch trials, and that one will be on my own. But either way, I'd like a good mic to be able to record it. And besides, I need a mic anyway, so I plan on spending some money at Walmart or something to get myself my very own podcast mic. It'll be cheap, but I also need to earn money at some point anyway, so I can make back the money I'm spending for all this stuff, including stuff for like friends. And so hopefully I'll be able to get that figured out. But until then, I will be getting a mic soon, and I'm super excited. Not only will it be helpful for my podcast planning, but it'll also be helpful for videos. It'll be helpful for, like, one of the other things I plan on doing for that same project. It's going to be great, and I really want it. So I'm going to get it. Let me fix some things I apparently missed real quick, because I don't want to miss it, and then when I do the background, it'll be very noticeable. How did I not notice this stuff, actually? So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm getting a podcast mic, and it'll be with my own money, so I own it. Rah. It might make my songs sound better, like cleaner, almost, and I'll be able to use it on streams and stuff to sound a whole lot better, actually, so you guys can actually hear me instead of through this mic. Now, another thing I'm going to address, because they're wondering why, it's because I was sick the other day, and my voice is yet to recover. I hate it. Let's see. I feel like this should be the lightest layer, so let's make it 10%. And now we're gonna add another layer. Wow. Layering. Now this one I'm gonna use thinner brush. Oh. I'm gonna go back to this. Now, let me think. I don't know what else to talk about. So I was able to watch the rest of the, what was it? Little Shop of Horrors movie. And I think it was really good. Little rant though, one of the people who's singing in it sucks, and I swear to God, they had their parents beg the frickin' director to let her in. But I'm not going to get into details, since I'm probably going to dox her by accident if I do. Now, let me think, what else? What other updates do I have that won't get me immediately scared for my life? I actually can't put my finger on something. Alright, let me think. If any of y'all have ideas, just let me know. It is oddly silent. God. I forgot to turn on music. 1 second. Let me finish this bit. Oh, playlist for sprunky little adjusters. There we go. Can it let me get back to Ibis Paint? There we go. Why does this remind me of the DuckTales remastered game? Like every time I listen to Tally Hall, frickin', you know, turn the lights off. Me. There we go. Do not disturb. See how bright the fire inside of us burns. Everybody wants to eat in the night. All good devils masquerade under the light. You know what? I'll sing this one. Here lies Charlie. You can tell Tim because we put his name on the stone. He kept his showers ice cold, used eco-friendly light bulbs, rode his bicycle to work. When the gasoline price rose, he judged with no pretense, fish on the weekends. Each morning, get up to the Pledge of Allegiance, cord attached. Wouldn't know the little things that were hard to ask. And then the heart crashed and hard to thought of a heart attack. Now went to the neighbor's son is trying to pray around the respirator. Catch you later. I'm off to see the man upstairs. They all look like ants from near. Selling crystal chandeliers. Entrance, making checks, telling his restless. He was breathless. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform. Go to church on Sunday. Truly, usually more. I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform. Really, on Sunday. Truly, usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door. Far beyond the halos and the castles and the clouds. Jack son of fashion to their mouths. Attention, horse and patter, brawl, singing rum and section chords. And from the hair catalogs, you buy and sell a million kinds of hell. Imagination is the limit in the devil's clientele. Veda was sorry, but I smell you later. Through the gates, through the gates. But you know the devil, he loves to get straight. Make a check, solve a check this. Ass and beg for more pretense. Then he'll step in Chenton's Connie socks and he was breathless. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you've confused me for. I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform. Really don't belong here. No, you've heard the tune before. Screaming at the demons while they pushed him through the door. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform. Really don't belong here. You've heard the tune before, screaming at the demons while they push them through the door. You can run from your demons until you are exhausted. One day you will have to stop and question what they wanted. Through those demons till you are exhausted. You can run from those angels till you are exhausted. One day you will have to stop and find out what they wanted. From those demons till they are exhausted. I don't want to die. Please don't let me die. I don't want to die. Please don't let me die. One sec. Alright, just texted a friend. Alright, texted someone again.
Sway to music, oh the lightning glance. I would give it all and all. Maybe you would only ask or have a chance. Hearing only one move note, planted firmly in the ground. Undo my heart, unzip my body, yeah. Then to my ear, hearing a deafening sound. And if I need a rhythm, it'll get to my heart and listen. If it don't put me too far wrong. And if I need a rhythm, it'll beat to my heart and listen. If it don't put me too far wrong. Everybody smile, nobody pay no mind to me. Finger in position on the sweet. A little flash photography, taking a picture of you. Taking a picture of me. Taking a picture. Rama, lama, bang, bang, flash, bang, big, bang, bing, bong, ding, dong, 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 dong. With a hammer, bang, bang, flash, bang, press, bang, 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 ding, dong, 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 dong. With a scammer, bang, bang, crash, bang, big, bang, boing, 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 dong, dong, dong. With a scammer, bang, bang, crash, bang, boing, 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 bang, crash, bang.
You know what? I'm gonna bring up the randomest question. Does anyone have a Valentine here? Cause I do. For once. Not for once. I've had plenty of Valentine before. But like, it's just I really do like this person I'm talking to. But yeah, for me, I've got this one Valentine, and I really like him. He appreciates me, I appreciate him, and he actually is chill with me all the time. And it makes me happy. I know a lot of my lovers have, like, well, not lovers, sorry. That is wrong. That sounds wrong. A lot of dates I've had are nice. There are some that aren't. But some are not nice, some are. But this one makes me happy a lot, and I love returning the favor for him. But yeah, I just like talking to him a lot. We have this dance coming up, and I hopefully get to hang out with him then. We're actually... oh god, this is funny. We're planning on dressing as Sasashi and Shota, and I may or may not actually be knitting a scarf for him. But yeah, I'm knitting a scarf for this dude too. He says he likes scarves anyways, and I'm like, yay. But it also is because, like, we wanted to cosplay, and I like that he likes things I do. But yeah, if I do make little pauses, I'm talking to him on my phone. Oh god, this is taking me so long. But I promised this dude to finish it, and I want that drawing, Hagen drawing. Alright, I know I have, like, no one in this right now, but, is there anyone who what's everyone's opinions on jesters? I don't mean clowns, I mean jesters.
Today, hold my head under the bed and breathe away. Slip my wrist and watch the 35 for being this golly can't be good for and a safety and a hear me all. Thank God, oh thank God, oh thank God, oh thank God. Today, can't be up and play back on a phone. The game, walk away with all our little thoughts.
But yeah, for me, I find jesters delightful. I find it funny because I found a video where it has, oh, I don't know anyone who likes clowns, who even genuinely likes clowns. Matt Pat, I find clowns delightful. And I'm like, this is how I feel about jesters, because I had two of my friends say, oh, jesters are weird, jesters, like, aren't funny. I'm like, hugging all of my Sun and Moon plushies, wearing TADC outfits, hugging my Pomni plush, like, I find jesters delightful, and I like jester characters, let's be honest, they're amazing. I'm actually playing a playlist for Sprunky Little Jesters right now, and yeah, this gives me good vibes, and I like it. But yeah, jesters are fun, in my opinion, so if anyone drops their opinion on jesters, just let me know and I'll react to it. Alright. Who votes that I should have a karaoke thing for when I get a microphone, like a podcast mic? Because I do like doing stuff for myself, but I also like making stuff that y'all like, so I want to know. I'm ready. Alright, I'm now done with the veil. Now I'm gonna start blending. There's some cases where smudge is more handy. Alright, back to rendering. There we go.
26 degrees here. Celsius. Don't hate this until you rate this. Don't love this until you rock this. That's right. Come on, Adrian, sing us a song.
Come on, Adrian, sing us a
I call
song.
myself shaving. It wasn't intentional, yeah. I went to a party how my face disintegrates into jello. I have a wonderful wife, I have a powerful job. She criticizes me for being egocentric. Practice your mannerisms into the wall. If this mirror were clear, I'd be standing so tall. I saw you stop a loaf of clovers on the side of the hill. I was observing the birds. I blame you, I know you don't the slightest to scale. You know you're making me cry, this is the way that I am. I've been living a lie, a metamorphical scheme. Detective undercover brotherhood of technical scene. Oh no, no, oh yeah. Understand mechanical hands all the power of everything. Power of everything. Power of everything in the end. Without looking down, gliding around like a bumbling dragon I fly. Scrape my face on the sky. Oh no. Don't go in there, you'll become one. Freaky creatures, monster party. Eyes of yellow, scales and feathers, tails and tethers. Turn the lights off, bend the nightmare. You control it. Artful dodger, easy does it. Shut the closet, get under the covers. Snakes and lovers, turn the lights off.
Likes to get take pictures. See how bright the fire inside of us burns. Everybody wants to eat life. All the tunnels must go under the light.
Here's the pinky, there's the kinky. Everybody complicated. Man and woman, baby child, calm and wild. Turn the lights off. Don't remember what we look like. Younger holding one another. Paper colors, tangle streaming, tangle screaming. Turn the lights off. Everybody. child, spark desire, walk the fire.
Basically, I bet you see it first. I'm not quite what I seem. Every day is just the same. Picking bitches, beating faces. Everything is show and tell. Things we played up, some went well. How often times we rather bored, not makes up anymore.
I can never understand those impressions go unplanned. Everybody has their face. How could I have noticed? Nonetheless, we wrote the same. There's many things from where we came. Show us while we rather bored, not the rhymes up anymore.
Turn around about and if you bring about the fears that you make. Cause boy, my tears so in my neck. The man you are anyway. Cause most of all, can touch your brain. My best to avoid addiction. Just to tell the things you know will make some. Wait, what is going on here? I'm a little out of sorts. I'm contemplating fallacies and things that scare me. I'm trying to let go. I'm feeling out of further. I'm allowing change. So take a good look. This is me. This is what it's meant to be.
This is what I've come to be. Luckily, cause we forgot the apathy that's guiding us. Hearing out our every thought. Everything is show and tell. Things are played up somewhat mellow. Cause we're rather bored, nothing matters anymore.
Very warm.
Distract me from my loneliness. Maybe I'm just an anomaly. Even my demons have their families. Truly something must be wrong with me to need you as much as I do. Oh, I was never meant to win. I was never meant to win. I was never meant to win. Here's the reins, take a hold of me. Please don't let me go. You do the talking, so my mouth if I can't keep it closed. There's a dog barking right around the block and a big old whistle blow. I'll keep 'em occupied for you 'cause I love you so. Love me hanging at the station, but you'll be back for me soon. I'm gonna die, and the only thing I find to worry about is you. Something tells me you're coming, yes, I truly do. I'm about to die, and the only thing I find to worry about
astros. Eat judge with no pretense. Fish on the weekends. Each morning get up to the flip to bridge. You never swim in the ocean for fear of shark attacks. My multi did his wife a rose with a caught attached. Avoiding all the little things that were hard to ask. Had a car crash, cardiac arrest out of a heart attack. All his friends and neighbors huddled there in prayer around the respirator. Get you later. I'm off to see the man upstairs. They all look like
about done with this.
Staying still, eyes closed, let the world just pass me by. Pay bills, nice clothes. If I fall, I think I'll die. Touch me
ads. Why do I have to go through the ads just to get a fucking brush? I mean, it could be worse. Oh, you can make your own grid now? Alright, that's good to know. At the very least, I can make something for Maven. I like that. I like that idea. But whenever I finish an ad, it just sends me to the App Store. Blah, blah. Oh, my iPad's almost dead. I'm gonna have to finish this up. Y'all won't be able to see the finish of it. But, I'm gonna finish this up. And we're gonna